Jason Statham, kidnapped girl, Russian gangsters. He's just a working man trying to earn an honest day's living, but these damn bad guys, they keep coming and they keep asking for him to smack them up. And Jason Statham, whose name in this movie is Levon, well, you could say that he has some training and he is more than equipped to do that smacking. Without further ado, let's discuss A Working Man. If you aren't familiar with Jason Statham movies, well, let me just tell you, you are not going to watch a Jason Statham movie because you are looking for an Oscar-winning story. You're just not gonna get it. And his movies are not that deep. In fact, usually it's kind of bare bones, paper-thin plots. You're seeing these movies because you want to see somebody kick ass, and you're looking for that fun popcorn experience where you just go turn off your brain. I know people love to say that a lot, and I don't like that phrase, but I guess in this situation, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to turn off your brain, and you're supposed to just go and have a good time. And that's exactly what this movie is going to do for people who are into that kind of a thing. A Working Man stars Jason Statham, of course, as I've said his name already a couple of times, but it also stars Jason Flemyng, Michael Peña, David Harbour, and names. Plenty of exotic, complicated names that if I attempted to say, I would sound like an asshole. This movie reunites Jason with David Ayer, the man who directed The Beekeeper from last year, a movie that I thought was quite solid. Since this movie is almost an exact rinse and repeat formula of that movie, well, how does it compare? Is this worthy of a trip to the cinemas? I wouldn't call it a miracle that Jason Statham can still do all these flips and these kicks and these punches and these moves, but it is still quite impressive that at age 57, he's able to do things that people in their 20s can't even imagine doing. Hell, there's people in this video that are age 38 that can barely do a roundhouse kick. I'm just kidding. I don't think I can do that at all, actually. I'm sorry. I was trying to bluff. In this film, he plays a former Marine who has left his past behind and is attempting to live a normal life. He works at a construction site and he cares a lot about this crew as well as the owners of this company that he really considers to be like family. They came along and they gave him this shot and he just really appreciates it, which is why when their daughter gets kidnapped, he answers the call and he gets right back into that former training of his and he tries to help rescue her. Jason Statham has always been pretty consistent with what you're gonna get when you cast him in a movie. It's not really a mystery at this point. You're gonna get that man that's very suave at speaking and he knows how to kick ass. That's his bread and butter and that's what he's good at. Does that make him a one-note actor? Well, maybe. That could be. That could definitely be, but he is great at what he does, and that's what people are signing up for. And the reason people continue to flock to these movies with him is because he knows how to deliver. He knows how to do those excellently choreographed fight scenes. He knows how to deliver suave when he needs to. He really is just a very easy person to watch, even if you aren't really into this kind of thing. So you take those awesome kung fu moves of his, you take that sexy British accent of his, and you got a recipe for something that's gonna entertain a lot of people and maybe even make somebody laugh. Because I will say this movie does have some funny parts to it. It's not lacking in the humor department. I wasn't kidding when I said that this movie is essentially recycling that formula from that movie, The Beekeeper. As a matter of fact, you would be forgiven if you thought that this was actually a sequel to that movie. But honestly, I found myself enjoying The Beekeeper a bit more. It really is a matter of taste, but The Beekeeper to me felt more like watching Death Sentence. It's a revenge-driven movie, whereas this movie, it's more like Taken. And so that's really gonna come down to your preference. Do you want to see a revenge quest, or do you want to see somebody getting rescued like Taken? I will say that this movie has some pretty fun characters, lots of very big, over-the-top personalities that are completely unbelievable, and yet you will root to watch Jason Statham kick their ass, which is the only reason that they act like this. These villains are almost like watching Saturday morning cartoons. They are that over the top, that campy, that hammy, but it's entertaining and it makes the audience feel engaged. You're going to be laughing from this. These characters are silly, they are ridiculous, and they are exactly the kind of people that you want to see get smacked up. That's what audiences are looking for. That's what David Ayer, the director of this movie, is trying to give you, and he really does succeed. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty thrilled when I saw David Harbour's name in the opening title sequence credits. That's Jim Hopper from Stranger Things to the uninitiated poor souls who have not seen Stranger Stranger Things. But I'm disappointed to tell you that he's not in this movie very much. He doesn't add very much to this movie. His scenes that he's in are quite good. He delivers that David Harbour quality that you would want. He definitely is a more diverse actor than Jason Statham. There's no denying that. But he's not in this movie very much. So if you're going to see this movie because you saw David Harbour was going to be in it, well, don't, because that is not going to be a selling point. But he is technically there. His character exists, and you will see him if you don't turn your eyes away. The fight scenes in this movie are all top-notch, as you would expect, and this movie really sounded awesome in Dolby Cinema. If you have access and you can afford a Dolby Cinema experience, it really is the way to go. This big sound, this is a movie that's all about that big sound. This is a big action film, lots of explosions. Sorry, my throat was getting messed up for a second there, but yeah, big action movie, really good to see in Dolby Cinema. But if you don't have access to Dolby Cinema, don't worry, you're still going to really enjoy this movie, and the sound is going to still rock your socks off. So make sure you bring an extra pair, because your socks might just be blown to the ceiling by the time this movie's over, and you're gonna be wondering, why am I barefoot? Now, let's get serious. I do have to say the very things that make this movie funny are also the same things that are dragging it down. These characters are over the top, they are ridiculous, and it is hard to take these people seriously because they have a cartoon quality to them. And I get that this is all about giving Jason Statham someone to beat up, but I'm pretty sure that we can do better. We can write better stories for this man to kick ass in. There's really good action movies that have great stories. This just isn't one of them. All that being said, it's not as good as The Beekeeper, which I gave a 7 last year, so this movie I am giving a 6 out of 10. That's my thoughts on it. Did you see this movie yet? If you did, please put your thoughts on it in the comments and let me know, what do you think of it? Did you like it? If you liked this video, please go ahead and hit the like button so that I know that you liked it. And if you want to hear more things from me, subscribe to this channel. It's this button, it says subscribe. It really works. If you click on it, suddenly you'll be seeing notifications and you'll be seeing more of my videos, and that cannot be a bad thing. Later.